Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, there's some good news with this story. It's talking about seniors, and it says it's about people over the age of 65. So I am not a senior.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. Look at you millennial.
Look at me. I am so, you know what? I am so YOLO. That's what I am. That's what I am.
Yeah.
So YOLO.
You're woke AF.
Yeah. Oh, I'm woke AFFFF.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm too young to understand that one.
Well,
It's only the older people that know the extra Fs.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because, you know what? Actually, usually older people don't give extra Fs.
That's
so
a
it's
good
only
point.
us young ones. That's why we got more F to give.
Fair.
I'm young, Steve. Recent study said that 1 in 3 people who are much older than me, over 65, say they like texting more than they like phone calls.
Oh. So I always put things in perspective with my parents. That's the best way to do it when you talk about like an older person. So I'm like, oh, my dad, I feel like is starting to lean more towards texting and social media. Like that's his way of communicating, which I'm fine with because, you know, depending on when you call him, he could be rather miserable. But on text, you don't know that. So you could just kind of like be like, okay, cool, Dad. My mom, on the other hand, does not have – she has a cell phone, but I don't think she knows where it is. She definitely doesn't know where the charger is.
Wow.
I don't even know the number for her cell phone, and it's an old flip phone that was her dad's. He passed away. I mean, that's how old this thing is.
Wow.
Like, she doesn't use it. I think she just sends people money, a phone company, for a service that she doesn't even know how to use because she never texts.
Yeah,
ever.
And I mean, you know, look, the eyes, maybe the too small of the buttons. I don't know, but my mother-in-law is the same way. She does not have a cell phone at all. She doesn't even own one. And
no, I think for my mom, I think she just likes to talk on the phone. Like she doesn't want to spend time in front of a screen typing. She will call you on a landline all the time.
Oh, she still does the landline thing.
Oh, yeah. Takes the
How old are
landline
you?
into the garage and smokes her cigarettes and drinks her Jack Daniels and makes her phone calls.
I want to hang out with your mom.
Same.
Living a good life.
How old
Yeah.
are your parents?
Oh, man. Mom is 75.
Okay.
And Dad's 78.
My mom's 69.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a good day for her.
Yeah, right. And she's the kind of person that like she would have a landline if she could still, but she was just like, no, I'm not going to communicate with my son at all. So she got the cell phone, and now she's super into texting. And I don't know if she prefers it over calls though. Because I call
It's
her
just a necessary evil.
Yeah, I call her about once a week, and we have a conversation. But she texts me a lot at the same time, so I don't know.
It's about right. They're saying 33%.
Have any of your parents discovered the whole like voice message memo thing?
Oh,
No.
My
thank
dad
God.
my dad will do that if he's driving. He'll do like the voice memo, like, "Hey, I'll call you back," or he's like, "Hey, how's your day going?"
He's doing like a little podcast for you.
Kind of. I'm like, at that point, Dad, call me. But I think he doesn't. He's like, "Are you busy?" He wants to talk, but he doesn't know if I'm busy or not. It's like, Dad, just text me or call me.
It is interesting that feature is available on the phone, like, you know, right there, but we still don't use it. I mean, it's easier than typing, isn't it? To just go, but maybe it's the listening part to it that's a little bit where it's easier to read than to listen.
Dude, whenever I accidentally hit that button, I always get mad. I'm like, God damn it. It's like, hurry up. Like, let's get done with this voice thing. It's the X out of it. my dad, though, now they've figured out FaceTiming. So they want to do that.
Oh, boy.
But the best part is that they call it Facebooking because they're 75 and 78 respectively.
Yeah.
So they're like, when are we going to Facebook? And I just laugh every time. I'm like, do it right now. I'll poke you.
I'll poke you.
And there is a way to actually video call from Facebook, but
That's not what they mean, though.
You better not try that, because I get calls from family members that way, and that's kind of frustrating because when you answer one of those calls, it goes immediately to speaker, and I don't know how to shut it off without hanging up on them. It's like it would be great if I could hit a silent mode on that Facebook call thing, but I mean. People just I don't know why people just go, maybe because they don't have enough money, but it's like, why are you communicating me via Facebook video? Yeah. You know, that's the first way they get with me.
Sometimes it's just a button for them to hit, and they're like, all right, easy enough.
Yeah.
Because I have some friends
right.
that'll only call me with Facebook audio, and it's every time it throws me off. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? What? Zuckerberg?
Yeah, I figure just people are butt dialing me or something on accident whenever they do that.
Right.
And I
when
never
they do that,
answer.
Steve, is at least something you can put up to your ear like a regular phone call, and it doesn't just blast on the speaker?
I don't know. I just put my phone on speaker all the time. Like whenever anyone calls, I don't like having a phone next to my ear.
Nice.
I got this.
Oh, here
so
we go.
You're one of those guys. Oh,
Well, I won't do it
don't
like
get-
in public around people.
Oh, okay, good, thank you. Because I don't understand. I hate those
No.
people. It's like make your call private. I don't want to hear what you guys are talking
No,
about.
if I'm in public, I just won't answer the call unless I have to, and then of course. But like doing the radio show and having damn headphones on for 4 hours and like hearing I just don't want to put anything like next to my ear after that. Like I'm just done.
You're done with this stuff next to your ears.
I know it's silly, but that's just part of why. So like at home, if someone calls me, instantly answer on speakerphone. Plus, it's fun because then my wife gets to hear whatever drama I'm dealing with, and I don't have to explain it to her afterwards.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah.
Well, she knows that at least you're not taking cheating phone calls at home if you're putting everything on
wow.
speakerphone.
Yeah.
That would be awkward.
Well, sometimes that's how she finds out. I'm like, hey, this broad's calling me. You want to hear it?
This broad.
One time I'm with her and she thinks now we're forever. I don't understand. Boy, talk about a real open relationship there. If that was the case, it's like, can you believe that one-nighter's calling again?
Do your parents like to drop all the emojis?
No, my mom uses if I say something, she'll use the little thumbs up like thing.
Oh, my dad is like obsessed with emojis. It's hilarious.
My folks definitely do the different emojis, but then my grandma, who's on Facebook, and that's how I communicate with her because she's in a different country, she'll send me like the really glittery kind of gifts.
Mm-hmm. Aw.
Like, love you! Like multiple of those with like the little teddy bears and stuff, so I get a lot of those.
It's always impressive, though, when somebody like who's a grandma age can figure that stuff out. I'm
Right.
always impressed.
My dad, he's sending me like the kissing emojis and like.
Oh, really?
Like, he's just all about the emojis.
Yeah. Well, it turns out the seniors are loving the emojis. The top two are the heart and smiley face emoji. But the animals, they do love throwing the animals.
My dad sends the eggplant one too. I don't understand why.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's,
That's a special.
I'm
episode
not
of BJ
sure
Makes.
if he's telling you there's Parmesan on the way or what he's doing there. That doesn't seem right.
Animal emojis.
Yeah, apparently seniors love animal emojis.
My mom has never once sent me an animal. I'll tell you, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, it doesn't
What
say,
animal are they doing?
It doesn't say what animals they like. It just says they like sending the animals. And I mean, I know people like to send like the horny cat, or is that the horny devil? I don't know what.
The horny
it is.
cat.
Whoa.
It's definitely not a cat.
Well, there's a lot of cat stuff in there. Isn't there a horny cat?
No, it's got heart emojis on its eyes.
I don't know.
It's not horny.
I always
It's
thought
just
that meant
loving.
I always thought the cat was horny, because cats, seems like cats are getting ready to get busy.
Aren't you projecting?
Listen, I just remember Pepe Le Pew, all right? And that poor cat,
So it says that's how I know if my dad's drunk. He just sends gifts over and over to our family group chat.
Oh, there you go.
That's funny.
Drunken dad and his gifts.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. We talk a lot about bands and your favorite music and who's the top, but we don't talk about band T-shirts a
Finally,
lot.
something that I could get involved in.
Yeah, that's a fact.
T-shirts.
We also don't talk about people who jump the band lines and get in front to get one of the most popular T-shirts and then claim he never really did cut the line. We don't talk about that enough either.
Nice try. I wasn't getting a T-shirt. We got hats and a printed
that's
picture
what it was.
thing.
That's what
The
it was.
tour poster. So,
All right,
I mean,
this
if you're going to make fun of me, at least get the facts right, BJ. I didn't take
Yeah,
the T-shirt
yeah.
from anyone's hands.
You're
Yeah, get
absolutely
your
right.
facts right.
And it was
Completely irrelevant.
inadvertent. I came from the wrong direction and did
Yeah,
not see a
that's it.
giant line. I was like, wow, no line at this merch table.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's unheard of.
Regret it, not regret it.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, so I don't feel bad.
So someone at Rush Order Tees revealed the most popular band tees across all genres.
It's got to be the Ramones.
Got to be the Ramones.
Oh, yeah, that one iconic one.
Everybody owns a Ramones T-shirt. I think they even said that they've sold more T-shirts than they ever did records, which is crazy to think because most bands would never say that. But that Ramones T-shirt, the main one, like the iconic one with the names and all that crap, and the big Ramones on the top, sold more than anything they ever did musically, which and a lot of people always joke about that. You see someone wearing a Ramones shirt, and they're like, hey, name a Ramones song, and they can't.
Yeah. It is fascinating. You're absolutely right. But they're not in the top 10.
Ramones are not in the top 10.
Whoa.
Not in the top 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
then another in the same genre, the Misfits.
Yes.
Everyone,
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot
that
of people
face.
have Misfits.
Yeah.
See, here's
the
your
gold
problem,
shirt.
both of you. You guys hang around a little bit of, would you say, cooler people. And the Ramones.
You know it.
Yeah. I would just say the Ramones and Misfits definitely are a little bit of a deeper cut of people wanting to look
I
cool.
was shocked that the Ramones is not number one on this list. Like, legitimately thought
You
that,
won't
that
be. When you see what
fine is
number...
Chumbawamba.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you see what's number one, you'll go, oh, yeah, you're right. Of course. I see that all the time.
Metallica.
Yeah, you guys are. You are all going to be
Wait,
shocked.
Metallica's not in the top 10 either?
No, not at all. I would not, and I would not expect it either.
Gosh,
There's two
at
bands
Target. You could get them at Target.
And that's what
When
I'm
we-
kind of basing it off of. Like, what shirts can you get at Target, not only for adults, but for children? Because I bought
Yep.
my little brother Nirvana and Queen shirts. So it has to be one of those.
Yeah, but well, remember, we do live in the Pacific Northwest, so Nirvana's always going to be somewhere. But you guys are not going to be
What
surprised.
about
When we
Queen?
went-
She said Queen. What about Queen?
I didn't hear the Queen part. Well, congratulations, yes, Vicky. Queen is in the top 3.
Queen?
At number
I don't
3.
see anyone rocking Queen. I mean, every once in a while I'll see someone wearing a Queen shirt, but I see way more. You know which one I see a lot of, and I think it's because of Target, is Red Hot Chili Peppers. Their basic Red Hot Chili Peppers, like asterisk logo thing they have.
I'm going to start paying attention because I'm with you, Steve. First of all, Pepper's not in the top 10. But I am going to. I am with you, Steve. I am surprised Queen's at number 3 because I don't really see a lot of those. I thought of 2 of the bands in the top 10 when we were at break because I hadn't seen the list yet, and so I was like, yeah, it's got to be one of these 2 for the number 1 spot.
Oh, a lot of people
But
are texting AC/DC.
number 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Another person said the Misfits. I see those shirts everywhere. Like Danny
Everywhere.
said, I agree.
Yeah, I would say though when I travel around, go to other places, just or just in general, like I just saw some very young girl. She had to be maybe, I don't know, she could be anywhere between 8 and 12 years old, and I'm looking at her going, how do you even know who this band is? Like, how are you wearing? But the shirt was a cool version of the AC/DC logo.
And I wouldn't be surprised if someone at that age does know AC/DC because they played all the time. Maybe their parents love AC/DC. I mean, it's crazy. Like, think of someone like Hair Club or boss. His kid has like Tom Petty shirts or it's because of Pops is turning him on to those bands.
Yeah, and that's it could very well be the same thing. You're right, Steve, because I was just thinking I would, which is for you and I, it's so weird to think that we would go out and buy a T-shirt based on some music that our parents loved. It would. Yeah,
I wouldn't be rocking a Frank Sinatra shirt. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. I wouldn't have a Benny Goodman shirt on. I just wouldn't. But it's just a different time where your parents like music that I guess that you think is cool.
This is a good one. Someone said, "How about the Rolling Stones?"
The Rolling Stones was one that I thought would be on the top 10, and
like that
not.
iconic tongue logo is
Yeah,
everywhere.
I had that shirt.
Yeah, it is not. And frankly, look, I mean, they sort of were in competition with each other, and because they're both from England, and very popular. And the Beatles did make the top 10, but the Stones did not.
I'd never see a Beatles
No,
shirt.
and if I had a choice, like if someone said, "Here's a Beatles shirt or a Rolling Stone shirt," I'm taking the Rolling Stone shirt.
Yeah, I'm
Hot
with
take.
you. Yeah, I'm with you guys.
This is so weird.
I don't know who I mean, unless there's just different circles I'm traveling with, but I don't ever remember seeing more Beatles shirts than Stone shirts.
Cannibal Corpse on the list.
Number 1.5. Yes,
See, no, I'm thinking maybe we're just thinking too rock central. So Britney Spears.
I have a Britney Spears shirt,
and
and I
will
can
tell
name one
you-
of her songs. Womanizer.
Yeah,
Good
Rev,
job.
I'll tell you this, Rev. It looks like almost 6 or 7 of these are actually rock. So
Oh.
you're not crazy to be thinking rock central.
Okay,
on this.
fine.
Led
then,
Zeppelin. A lot of people have been texting that one in.
And surprisingly, no, not in the top 10.
Ooh, Johnny Cash.
That's a good.
That's
one.
what I see a
the
lot
Cash
of.
shirt.
Really?
I got my dad and my baby 2-year-old brother the same Johnny Cash shirt.
That shirt's awesome.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
hoping you'd get him the one where he's flipping off
the middle
flipping
finger
over.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents wouldn't let me put that on him.
Well,
Party
ladies and
poopers.
gentlemen, boys and girls, Johnny Cash, not in the top 10.
I don't like this list.
This is
Yeah.
BS.
Is Vicky the only one that got one right?
So far,
right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, because the texter got AC/DC.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, we're really bad.
I got one that I got at Target.
Okay, good.
Aerosmith. I got it for
Number
Live Day.
2, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
it's a great logo.
Yeah.
It is really a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, especially, it almost has that 70s feel. I think if I'm thinking of the right Aerosmith logo, isn't it kind of psychedelic in its own way, or am I thinking something different?
Aerosmith's kind of cursive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got that little logo in the middle of it.
It reminds me of the
wingy
70s
one.
sort of like fonts and logos that they had back then.
Ooh, I had 2 of them when I was in 8th grade. Garth Brooks.
I'm sorry, sir, but you do not win.
Kiss.
Oh, that's a good one.
Kiss is not on the list, no.
Green Day.
I was just about
Day.
to I was just about to chastise you, Danny, for not mentioning Green Day at number 5.
There's a lot of American Idiot shirts out there and Dookie. What the? Yeah.
Actually, I did see the Dookie shirt for the record. I think they were selling it at Target.
Yeah, I bought it.
Okay.
You texted me about it, and I
I
went and got
did,
it
that's
that day.
right.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
So we have AC/DC at number 1,
Logo.
Aerosmith at number 2, Queen at number 3. Steve, one of yours and my favorite bands that we play on the Rock.
Weezer?
It's not one of our favorite bands. I'm being sarcastic. Only because, look, it's a great band, but
Ram
I've
Jam?
heard
Black Betty.
they are a classic band, a classic rock band. That yes, they do make great music, but I've heard
Eagles.
No, I've said you have to be high to really appreciate.
Oh, Pink
them.
Floyd, yuck.
There you go.
I don't like Pink Floyd. I'm not on your. I'm not on your.
Oh,
team.
really? I thought you were with me on that one.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, you're a Floyd
I'm a little
fan.
more like that. I'm a little
maybe
kind of
it's-
over
so it's-
Pink Floyd.
All right, right. It's Rev then. I knew it was somebody who was with me on that.
I wouldn't say I'm a Floyd fan, but I tolerate Pink Floyd.
Okay, tolerate is not the right word to say you like a band.
But I don't despise them like you guys do.
Okay, but you don't like them.
I'm not going to put them on in my free time.
Okay.
Unless
All
I was
right,
like
so-
under the influence
all
of
right,
something. And
there
even
you
then
go.
I'd probably still go more Alan Parsons Project personally, but that's just me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Where's
sorry.
he on the
I mean,
list?
are you really putting Alan Parsons in the same name? Even I know that Pink Floyd's head and shoulders above those guys.
This is personal taste, BJ. You can't tell me otherwise.
Oh, that's it. I'm done.
You know,
What? We're not going to take personal
I think
taste
they
in it.
both have like that weird kind of like synth-driven quirkiness. So I like
You know
Alan
what? I'm gonna have
Parsons
to-
a little bit more.
I'm going to have to listen to Alan Parsons more then, because I might be thinking of a whole different band. Somebody said Britney Spears because, look, female pop performer, very, yes, but you're a little too old. There is a much more current female pop performer that is on this list. But I would say
Billie Eilish.
Good call.
that's a good call. You're definitely in the same current time. Maybe this person may have been around a little before, just a little before Billy, but it's not Billy.
Taylor Swift.
Ooh, Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay.
I would say that Taylor was around before the person I'm thinking of. So this person is sandwiched between Billy and Taylor.
Ariana Grande.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I click on that thumbnail.
Fair enough.
I kind of want one of her shirts just so I could stare at the shirt.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
okay
I
to
haven't.
look at.
I haven't seen her shirt, so I don't know if it's something I want to stare
They
at.
just got Google Image for that, Danny.
yeah.
Fair enough.
And you save yourself $20. How about Run DMC? Someone just a lot of people are texting in.
that'd be
That's
cool,
that's
too.
that's an iconic shirt.
Yeah, I haven't. I shouldn't say I haven't seen. I should say it's not on the list. Not in the top 10 anyway.
This is the worst list ever.
This is so weird, yeah.
Well, I
like
don't
this
know. I
list
mean,
at all.
AC/DC, Aerosmith, Queen, Pink Floyd. I mean, I've seen those shirts. Not so much. I've seen some Queen and Pink Floyd in my life, but not enough to think that they would be in the top 10 anymore. Green Day, yeah, I've seen them too, so I can't argue with that. Number 6, I don't think we'd ever get because it is not in the genre of rock. It is not in the genre of, I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe, no, I can't say pop. I don't even know if he ever crossed over. But everybody knows this. Everybody loves this. It is almost, it's synonymous with just chilling out and relaxing in a sunny climate.
Rammstein.
Number 6, ladies.
Bob Marley.
There you go. Totally Bob
Orgy.
Marley.
Yes.
Hey, don't disrespect Orgy.
Yeah. Bob Marley, number 6, yeah. And you remember, I had a really cool Bob Marley Dragonfly shirt back in the day.
Oh yeah, the big old overshirt. Yeah.
No, the overshirt.
Hey, that one was pretty
cool.
cool. That was on par with his Scarface one.
Yeah, those are the only two that anybody ever liked out of all my oversized Dragonfly shirts.
It beat the Dragons and the Flames ones.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
How about fun fact about the texture just brought up is that Alan Parsons had a hand in recording Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. He was one of the producers and engineers.
Wow.
Okay, then I am totally thinking of a different band, Steve, because I must not know the Alan Parsons Project. So my apologies, because there's no way that I would think the band I'm thinking of would ever have had a hand in anything Pink Floyd. So Alan Parsons must be a completely different band, and I'm just mistaking them.
They did the Chicago Bulls song. That the Bulls used to come out to that iconic.
Oh, okay, that is not who I was thinking of.
Oh,
so finally, I think. Oh no, there's two people we haven't mentioned. I think, and somebody was close when they said Nirvana. Somebody was close.
Pearl Jam.
Okay, somebody was familiarly, or it was
Foo Fighters.
There we go. Yeah, you know what? You got
Related?
my stupid clue before I could get it. Yeah, really. I was going to say relatively.
You could say
Incentivise
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah.
Incentivise.
Incentivize it. Yeah.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.